Hey guys, welcome to Sippin' and Spillin'. Sid here from 3 Mississippi. How you guys doing today? I am multitasking. We are going to be prepping dinner. I have a meeting, a Zoom meeting in just a couple minutes. I'm on the planning committee for my high school reunion, and we were supposed to have a meeting last week, and I would say two of the more involved members of the committee were not going to be able to make it, myself being one of them, because Frankie had a performance, I think, that night or something. Oh, it was the night of the talent show, which she did great at, by the way. She didn't win, but she did great. The gal who won played piano and sang, so she was that double threat, you know. But anyway, I got moved to tonight, and I literally just got home from running some errands in Starkville. So I'm like, get the groceries unloaded, film a couple things real quick, and then hop in this meeting and cook dinner while I plan the reunion. We've already got the location. We've already nailed down a bunch of stuff. I'm honestly not sure why we need a meeting this month. There's really, I don't know if there's really a point. It should be a quick meeting by all accounts. So we'll see. I hope it's not too dark in here. It shouldn't be. I mean, I have all the lights on, but it looks dark on my phone screen, which is unusual. But I don't know. But I've kind of been running around a lot the last few days trying to get a few things done around here. And nothing exciting. Cleaning stuff, running errands, you know. Yo. Nothing. I'm filming right now, Sippin' and Spillin'. Sorry. Mike's trying to. Did you have something that you can?
Kid, I thought you were talking to her when
No, she came in to change, and she has to go get the rest of the stuff out of my truck. So, I had gotten her and Trey some sodas and stuff, and a couple other things that need to go into the other fridge. So, I was like, I will let her handle that. So, we'll see. But anyway, I'm going to keep this a shorter sipping and spilling because I am kind of trying to multitask here, and it is always a madhouse. Everybody's always, you know, where's this? What's that? You know, if I film like in the middle of the house, they think I'm talking to somebody and they come to try to find me. And I don't usually film in the kitchen, to be fair. So there's that. This outer leaf is not looking so happy. So there's that. But I'm going to make a little cabbage curry thing. I made something really similar the other night. Basically, this has like a little bad spot right at the edge. I use some cottage cheese in it, and then I make like a curry, and I cook the ground turkey in it, and then I make like a chunky cabbage situation that I cook down in another pot, and it's good. It's very good. So I'm gonna be chopping that up and getting it all ready. I need another bowl though, which I did not account for initially. And I made a bunch of hard-boiled eggs today. Mike's been liking those because he can grab them. He's had a lot of meetings this week, and I think he's just been kind of reaching in there and grabbing one when he needs to eat something real quick and in between meetings or whatever. And sometimes he doesn't even have time to make a sandwich or anything like that, and he never knows when he's gonna be able to take a break, and I'm not always home, you know, the whole day when he's working, or sometimes I'm outside or whatever. So kind of works out if I have something like that for him. So now that the eggs are prolific right now, the girls are laying like crazy. I've made a couple batches now of hard-boiled eggs to keep in there, which is nice because then I can just pop a few out, you know, and eat that, you know, if it's kind of a fend for yourself night, and add it to a salad or whatever if I haven't cooked or whatever. And it's kind of late tonight. It's already, let's see, it's 7:36. Normally I don't start cooking dinner this late, but the whole day was just behind schedule. I had trouble with some of my software this morning, and so finishing one of my shorts that I was posting took a lot longer to do, and so it kind of set me behind schedule by about an hour, hour and a half. So that's how it goes sometimes. That's just the nature of technology, you know? Sometimes it works great and sometimes it's glitchy as all get out, but is what it is. And then I think this weekend, one of the things we're going to be working on is pulling the bed of Frankie's truck off on Saturday. And we also have our town's flywheel festival, which is like, it's kind of everything from funnel cakes to anvil tosses. And there's tractor pulls and there's a pageant and there's all this little stuff that goes on. And then on Saturday night, they have a band. It goes on Friday, Saturday. And Saturday night, there's a band. I think it starts at 3. So we might try to swing by for a little bit. You know, you'll see half the town out there. And it's kind of fun, you know, kind of a fun thing to do. So we might take a ride out there later in the day and see what's up. I know there's like a classic car show earlier in the morning, but if we get there before it's too late, a lot of times everybody's still parked over there with their cars. Because last year we showed up late and all the cars were still there, so we were able to still kind of see them parked over there a little bit. And our buddy Alan that made the row builder for Kenny, he's always doing those car shows and stuff, and he goes on all the runs and all that. So he's always really, really involved in that part of the community, which is, it's kind of funny because that's exactly the kind of stuff my dad would have done. My dad had a Kit Cobra, and he was involved in all the clubs and went on all the rides, and I think that he would have gotten along really well with our buddy and neighbor Alan. He reminds me of my dad quite a bit. His mannerisms, the way he speaks, his sense of humor, even a little bit the way he looks. So it's kind of comforting when we first moved that Alan was like right there, and he was one of the first people I met, and he reminded me so much of my dad. And the more I got to know him, the more I was like, God, he really reminds me of my dad. So it's kind of funny, sort of, you know, like my dad looking out for us. He made sure we ended up in a place that was like family. So we've been very blessed in that regard. You know, because it's hard when you're in a place where you don't know anybody, and, you know, to pick up and move, and, you know, it takes time to get to know people and make friends and kind of feel comfortable in your new town. And we were very blessed that kind of instantly just felt like we belonged here and were very welcomed. So it was kind of nice. So anyway, so that's the plan for this weekend. I did want to send some chickens to meet the chicken Jesus sometime in this week, but between the weather and life, that hasn't happened. And so maybe Sunday we can, but I have a feeling I'm probably going to have to go it alone at some point next week, like Tuesday or Wednesday of next week, and process some out, which is fine too. You know, I actually get through it faster sometimes when I do it by myself, just because I'm like, I know I'm by myself and I have to hurry and get it done, versus if I have a helper, it's like, you know, oh, well, they're getting more birds, I'll take a break. Well, no, I have to go get the more birds, and I have to, like, you know, do all the things. So I may end up doing that at some point next week and trying to get that done. But I better get back to cooking and get ready for my meeting. So I appreciate you guys. Thanks for hanging out with me. I hope you have an amazing weekend. And as always, stay blessed. And remember, safety's off.